Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Interjections podcast, subtitled The Undiscovered Decade, because we look back 30 years to the month that we're in, which is September 1995 for the current episode, to see if we can find some hidden gems. We're covering a very prolific director this month who has a lot of hits and a lot of lower key films that sort of have been maybe lost to time, maybe shuffled around because of films around it that got more popular. We're looking at the film Clockers by Spike Lee. To describe the film, we usually look at this picker wheel, as we call it, and I have a 50% chance of describing the film, so the other one is Cory has one of his own remaining. Obviously, you see Jimmy's name there. I don't know what happened to him. He might be just riding the trains. That's my guess.
I think we put him on a bus to
Yeah?
camp. Yeah.
Right. Let's see who actually gets to go this week.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
That's gotta be me, damn it.
All right, one of the Jimmys.
Oh,
wow.
That's kind of cool. Next month we have an even share of who's gonna go. All right, so this film focuses on Strike, a guy living in the Nelson Mandela projects in Brooklyn, New York. His life is filled with just kind of sitting on the benches, dealing drugs. He's sort of the head of a group of kids that watches out for the cops, the homicide. They deal to anyone that'll come through. So the preppies, the yuppies, the heavy drug addicts, whatever have you. On the other side of that, you have two detectives, which bordering Cory in his picture this month, played by Harvey Keitel and John Turturro. They're the homicides. Murder happens in front of one of the local joints, Ahab's, and Strike is potentially implicated, but so is his brother, who is clean. And he's done some time and doesn't want to do any more time, but seemingly he takes the fall for Strike. Over the course of the movie, we learn who really did it. We also get embedded in life with everybody in the neighborhood, including the head of the true drug syndicate in the area, played by Delroy Lindo. You just watch Strike's life implode as Harvey Keitel's detective Klein tries to pinpoint the exact murderer because he thinks that this is the one that will absolve the neighborhood of all their crimes. But as we see, it's sort of a cyclical nature. Someone in the neighborhood is going to get eaten up by the machine. Whether it's a cop, whether it's a drug dealer, whether it's a little kid that just wants to copy the cool older kid in the neighborhood. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, it opens with, like, the opening credits are just,
Bleak.
Crime photos.
graphic crime photos with
I was watching Faces of Death.
nostalgic jazz playing over it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, can we talk about that?
well,
Sure.
it's meant to fuck you up going in because it's Spike's way of saying, oh, this is just how things are.
Yeah.
This is nostalgia to these people, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
To it, and it's like you almost know what's gonna happen.
The calm nature and ribbing that happens as they're identifying the body, checking out where the bullet holes went.
He's the Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Got the bullet in his teeth.
Right. Just bleak ways that people deal with the horror of their daily lives.
Gallows humor. But you'd
Yeah.
probably get that in
I mean, it's
a profession where you're dealing with stuff of this nature, anything too dark.
Right.
it goes beyond gallows humor though because it borders on, like, they don't give a shit
Right.
at all.
Well, there's a few
Just
times where Harvey Keitel is just blatantly racist.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it's just supposed to set you up for that in the beginning, and then so that sets up the stakes for whatever's going on with Strike. And it is kind of like a little bit of a whodunit because you're not sure if Strike killed the guy at Ahab's or if his brother did or if someone else did. And like the story keeps changing, and
he doesn't seem to want to do it, and then he sort of tells his brother that he doesn't want to do it, and the brother implies that he doesn't have to do it, and then the guy dies anyway, so you're not sure who it is. And then when there's finally a scene where they're talking to Strike and he says a couple of people that could have done it, and we flash back to that, any of them seem reasonable. Any of them could have done it for any reason. It's just to kill someone is almost the reason, just to have it happen.
But it was something like, because there was pressure from, Rodney, who's Strike's, boss, I guess. Like he works as
You should talk about what a clocker is, though. We should probably
Sure, right.
find that. It's basically a drug mule, from what I gathered.
Yeah, I think the definition I Googled was something like the ones that clock guns, but let me Check. Yeah, a drug dealer, especially one who sells cocaine or crack. He's a clocker trapped in a criminal lifestyle.
Right.
There's a lot of good 90s slang in here. Like, one of my particular favorite scenes was when they keep calling all the black people yos just because of the word yo. And there's a black detective sitting with Klein and Turturro's detective, and he's like, "Can you stop calling them yos?" Like, they're just rattling it off like it's normal names, but the reason that's one of my favorite scenes is, I don't know if you noticed the detail where the black detective's desk says broken legs don't lean. Like, of course they gave him the shitty table.
I didn't know so.
There's a good attention to detail throughout the film.
One of the most telling things about the movie is just like how it came to exist as well. 'Cause it was based on a novel, and apparently Scorsese was supposed to direct it, but then Harvey
You know
Keitel's
why,
character
right?
going to be what?
You know why? Because he had worked with Richard Price on Color of Money, the one that got Paul Newman his Oscar finally.
Right.
Yeah, sequel to The Hustler.
Anyway,
Yeah, so then like Harvey Keitel's character was supposed to be like the main character, and that was also supposed to be played by De Niro.
Makes
But then
sense.
Scorsese and De Niro decided to go make Casino, and Scorsese asked Spike to do this, who then changed it over to like Strike as the main character. So it's even just fascinating, like the way that it all came to be was just a bunch of white guys focusing on the white guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it went the way that it did, because I feel like it would have just been way like not that
Way
not
too white savior.
he is an insensitive director, like he would pay attention to similar details, but I don't think it would have been as effective.
That's like what happened with Killers of the Flower Moon. It was
I
from
was
the
about to make
perspective
that.
of the FBI agent investigating the murders on the
That was Sage.
on the Osage, and instead it's focusing on Lily's character.
I mean, a crime movie is a crime movie when Scorsese does it, but Spike Lee adds a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
Not quite a little truth, but sort of perspective.
Perspective, and he grounds it more in where it needs to be coming from. I think. I don't know. Anyway, so the other thing is with Rodney, it seems for the most part like he's just sort of like a mentor character throughout most of it until he turns and it's just like shows his violent side, which is then it twists it even further because it's like, was he coerced by Rodney? Was this other thing like? So it twists a lot, which is why the actual the poster is like an homage to Anatomy of a Murder, because they're just kind of going step by step. And incidentally, the guy who originally designed the Anatomy of a Murder poster,
Saul Bass,
hated that. Yeah, Saul Bass.
Yeah, he said it wasn't. Whoever did this Clockers poster was like, yeah, it's an homage, but Saul Bass is like, bullshit. Shame, but I think it's a cool homage. I don't mind it. I mean, when I was taking the tour at Emerson, they were talking about like, what do you do if you see something cool and you just you're not stealing, you're homaging. I'm like, oh, I'm learning this on the tour. Okay, we all do this. We all see something we like and we put our own spin on it. So this is a spin, not a direct copy. How do we feel about Isaiah Washington? He in particular was one of my favorite performers. I thought he brought the depth to what could be the downfall of any of them. Like, he's the one supposedly on the straight and narrow and everything. You really feel for him, and I haven't seen him put in as good a performance. I mean, he got sort of steamrolled after the incident with Grey's Anatomy, so he hasn't done much in the last 15 years. But in the 90s, he was turning in stuff like this all the time.
He's really good in this. He's really good in Clint Eastwood's True Crime.
That's another one I was thinking of.
I'm trying to think of what else I've seen in that.
I think all the performers are good up until that junkie's a little bit of a caricature.
Tom Bird.
Yeah.
Like the main guy. Yeah. I mean, have you ever met? Well, we all know people.
Well, I was going to say his speech is very preachy.
Mm-hmm.
But then when, spoiler alert, when he gets shot, his reaction is unintentionally funny. I don't think it was supposed to.
I guess so, yeah.
His acting was a little hammy.
I mean, the staging of the shooting is a little stilted, which it fits into what Spike likes to do. So I got it.
One of the problems I got with Spike Lee movies.
And I think, well, you hate the Spike Lee shot, right? The Spike Lee shot.
I always hate that. Yes.
You're sitting at someone's still,
dolly
but
shot.
They're dollying with the camera. There's the shot in this one is Strike is just contemplating what he's gonna do next, and he's just in the park and he's just moving with the camera, and then the camera turns and sees Rocco standing at the end. I thought this one was cool. I like the Spike Lee shot, but
do you
get overdone.
Do you like when he was just inserting shots haphazardly?
Like flashbacks?
Well, like that 8-bit gangster video game. Did we need that?
That felt like it
That was
aged
like
poorly.
that avant-garde experimentalism that I didn't need.
It felt like he was trying to do something that was new at the time.
He was
In hindsight, it doesn't feel like it aged well.
he predicted Grand Theft Auto before Grand Theft
He's
Auto.
trying to be like Harmony Korine with these movies, these hybrid movies that he's been doing. And
Yeah, what's the VR movie Corinne did?
Aggro Drift
Yeah.
and Baby Invasion. Yeah.
I mean, the animation was experimental, but it is definitely like it's just meant to show how easy it is to just commodify this violence and package it for kids and keep them occupied. But it's the same fucking thing.
It did teach me what gat meant. I've somehow just never thought about what gat was. I knew it meant gun, but I just didn't think about where it originated, you know?
Yeah. Well, incidentally, it's also the word is making a comeback for a different reason because of all of these Korean vending machines that are popping up.
What? I didn't know
I have
about
no
this.
idea what you're
Oh,
talking about.
the little vending machine with the little ball with the fries in it.
Yeah.
It's a gotcha machine. Is what they
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
totally different.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, this generation is gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get my gat, and you're like, oh, I don't know. That's funny.
Or it's like you got.
Oh, you want a little boo boo? Okay.
What just goes. The linguistics is an evolving thing. Is what we're.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't entirely hate his direction at certain points when he's talking to Tyrone about what happened prior to the shooting, and Harvey Keitel is he looks like he's side saddle to him, looking directly at the camera while he's riding his. I love
cool.
Shot.
That felt like a twist of his normal shot.
I like that shot because that felt appropriate.
It also makes that original shot feel better. Maybe he needed the first one to get that good second one.
Maybe, but also there's times where he comes off entirely amateurish. Like he alluded to the music at the beginning. Jazz music pops up throughout the whole movie, and so does like all of Seal's catalog during the most inappropriate times. There's an interrogation scene between Strike and I forget Harvey Keitel's name. Rocco, and that Seal song's playing. I'm like, this doesn't fit.
Yeah, I'm trying to place myself in 95 with that. Maybe it's just what everyone's listening to, but maybe he doesn't know what he's.
If it was playing on a boombox, maybe it was it diegetic?
Diegetic.
If it was diegetic to the scene, then that would make sense. But he overlays it as a musical bed, and it doesn't work.
I get what you're saying. I didn't notice, but I think you're right about that.
It's a little overwrought sometimes. He hasn't changed because his newest movie, there's a couple of times where it happens as well.
I watched it sort of back to back with Clockers, highest to lowest. The cinematography, just the technology's improvement, it's so crisp.
Highest to lowest is great.
Yeah.
Saying there was a couple musical choices I didn't care.
Yeah, a lot of people are gritty on the music and that as well. He sometimes has good choices.
I honestly think he's better with genre fare than he is with he can interweave his social commentary a little bit smoother. Because when he does stuff like Bamboozled, where it's not the subtext, but it's the context of the movie, comes off very heavy-handed.
I don't know. I watched Crooklyn around the time that it came out.
Crooklyn was better than this.
We would have talked about it on the podcast because I wanted to see that even more than Clockers. And I just feel like it fit better. The drama is still there, but it's not melodramatic. I think this got a little heavy-handed. I don't mind it. That's maybe Mekhi Phifer's performance. I loved him in this. I loved Isaiah Washington. And so I bought into their characters. In Crooklyn, I bought into everybody. What's the name of the woman? I forget her name. She's flipping out at Strike. Iris, Regina Taylor's character.
Yeah.
I get it. I get how mad she is, and the one scene where she really flips out on him. I wanted to see where that developed. She wasn't anything but mad.
Right.
And you see Strike's grandmother watching in the beginning when he's dealing for the first time to us. It'd be nice to see a younger version of that grandmother in Iris. Like, if she gets stuck in Nelson Mandela her whole life, is she going to have to watch her kid's kid fall apart like this grandma? Like, I want to see the escape for her, how she could get Tyrone out, you know? All we get is him just rambling at the trains at the end, just like Strike. So you think the cycle's going to start over again, just like anything else.
Right.
I guess that's the point.
It's all a cycle.
I don't know, I feel like she could have been given more to do, is what I'm trying to say. Iris.
Because again, like I went into this thinking it was just going to be a whodunit, but that became a sprawling ensemble piece. So I had to acclimate to that a little quick.
Yeah.
Because at certain whodunit's kind of not really relevant.
Right.
Why they did it is a different thing.
Right. I wonder if the focus had been more on the dude who got shot, whose name I don't even remember.
Daryl?
Yeah, Daryl. Maybe that would have been better for us a little bit. I still liked it.
Yeah.
I just think some of it was a little melodramatic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, incidentally, like I had seen this movie, but
Oh,
like
really?
15 years ago. But that's the thing. I didn't
That's funny.
remember because I watched it. I was taking an adaptation class, so I read the book and then watched the movie.
Oh.
I don't remember much about the compare and contrast. I'm wondering if like because Cory's saying like Crooklyn better than this, so was Crooklyn an original or was that based on a novel as well?
I think Crooklyn was
thought
based
so.
on like his life experience.
Yeah,
Right. So it was
because
more because there's probably something to the fact that like he has to stick to certain parameters if he's adapting.
yeah,
Um,
it was written by two of his
Patience.
brother and sister.
Although I did want to quickly point out another cameo of a future famous television gangster with Michael Imperioli
Mm-hmm.
playing like just a side beat cop who is the one guy that busts the white guys for getting
I
drugged.
forgot about that because it went nowhere.
Yeah, I think it was just supposed to be thrown in. I feel like that was probably like I don't know, some
It's a
producer
red herring.
be like Spike, you got to throw in that like white guys get arrested too. He's like, all right, fine, whatever.
Well,
They
Literally-
were the
saying,
most preppy, yuppie looking white guys too.
Yeah.
It was so stereotypical.
yeah, like
Yeah,
we're trying to find the Short Hills Mall.
They're wearing like tennis
Exactly.
shirts.
You're saying how it was originally supposed to be a Martin Scorsese film, and it
Yeah.
would have focused on the cops more. I have a feeling Imperioli's character was probably more important to
Probably.
Rocco's story
Oh yeah.
because he's supposed to showcase how you could turn bad. Like he's probably more Weasley. He's probably
Yeah.
obviously corrupt, and Rocco's trying to be the good guy, taking care of these kids.
Right.
So I bet that's what they're trying to do with his character.
Yeah.
And it's more of a fall off from the novel, but his character is important to the actual plot of getting Strike to say the wrong thing. His skills in figuring out what actually happened, because he immediately knows Strike's lying because he knows what to ask. You don't see a detective figure stuff out so easily. So then it's just like a cat and mouse game trying to get him a way to get him to inform on Rodney more than for the murder because he wants to get the big fish.
Right.
Oh, we didn't talk about Keith David, who's often a voice actor,
It's fantastic.
but once in a while puts in great live action performances like this or The Thing.
He has a really gratifying moment at the end with what he does to Strike.
Yes, he does. Yeah. As soon as Tyrone says Strike's name, Keith David is like he has a dust cloud appear as he's bursting through the door. Going after
He slams the door to the
like I'm imagining him running back to the projects, not even just so funny. Yeah, he was good.
It's good because he's a contrasting father figure,
Right.
Rodney.
Yeah, that's true.
Was he like? I'm trying to remember where I remembered his voice from. Was he the president on Rick and Morty?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's the voice of Spawn, the
Yep.
animated
I'd
series.
say that that's where I know him from, but
And he's Goliath from Gargoyles. Do you know Gargoyles?
That's right.
Yeah. He won an Emmy for that.
but he was
Maybe nominated.
He fought Roddy Piper and They Live, man.
He did.
he was also the good cop with an "I'll fuck you up" streak. If you go off the
He's just nominated for Gargoyles. He did win Emmys for narrating a couple of documentaries on PBS, though. He has a perfect voice.
Yeah.
and he was an excellent character.
Yeah. He might be my favorite, actually, now that I think of it. Even more than
Oh yeah, I actually honestly wish he was in more of it. I wish he had more scenes with when he was in the bullpen. He didn't really share a lot of scenes with Totoro and Keitel until the end.
Well, he's a street cop, I'm
He's a
guessing.
beat cop, yeah.
Not a
That's like
homicide.
narcotics unit, I guess.
Yeah, like they're not gonna work hand in hand. They're just on the same beat. They got the
Right.
same territory. Is
Mm.
all. There were a couple of cops at the end that had cameos. Michael Badalucco, who was in a couple of Coen movies and on I think The Practice, was it?
Yeah.
And Danny
He's also in-
Aiello.
He's in another
is-
Spike Lee movie. He plays Son
Um,
of Sam in Summer of Sam.
That's true.
Mhm.
Danny Aiello's son. I forget his name, but he's the other cop that's cracking the joke right at the end. Speaking of the attention to detail, I love the products they came up with. Boom for the liquor and Moose for the milk. I don't think they're real, right? They're like a Tarantino-esque Apple cigarettes kind of product
Yeah.
placement.
I think the moose was supposed to be some sort of like artificial yoo-hoo type thing because it's fucking
Right.
with his stomach,
Right.
which
I
is
don't know
also
why he didn't stop.
I did like that subplot was the fact that like he's got these really bad ulcers because of this lifestyle. And like that's part of why he's just trying to get out of it.
It also infantilizes him by keeping him drinking milk.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, like he doesn't drink boom.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
easy to
like
just
Chicken
transition
Shack?
from one to the other. Like what shot?
That Chicken Shack. It was almost like Los Pollos
Oh yeah,
from Breaking Bad.
with Paul Calderon.
Yeah.
I like when he's like, I don't care what I'm telling you. Like, I barely have to tell you anything, detective. And let's switch. You take my shift, I'll take yours. We'll see what happens. That was a funny moment because also the detective's like, I got to take my jacket off or I'm gonna die. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're in the heat all the time. Of course he's gonna go home. He doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. It's also just a weird, like, not a happy ending, but there is like
It's not a happy ending.
no, but not.
Uh,
But I mean, like, Strike makes it out, and then you just
Yeah.
see,
Not before he almost destroys the neighborhood.
it's a weirdly ambiguous ending, actually.
right, ambiguous. But then what's this? Oh my God, what's his name?
And then a really inappropriate song comes over the credits.
All right.
And then the kid is left. He's still stuck there. He's got the trains though. He's got Strike's trains.
He's got a bit of autism too, because he knows all train
Yeah.
facts.
What's wrong with trains? You never had fun hanging out with your friends reciting train facts?
I did like that shot where you see the trains collide.
Yeah, you know, he's like,
Metaphorical shot.
I'm never gonna play with these again, so I got to see him crash. I've always wanted to. So I like that.
Also, Spike Lee's cameo is unintentionally hilarious though. He's such a bad actor.
I was waiting for you to say that. I thought it'd be the first thing you said.
Uh,
Yeah, he's just a guy standing around by the crime scene when they first show
he's
up.
like, that's crazy. And he drinks a 40. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Why he stopped being in them.
Is that why?
You're so mean to him. I think he's fine.
He's just overrated, that's all.
Oh my God.
I thought this was a good movie.
No, it's a good movie. It was bordering on preachy though.
Okay.
There was a lot going on, and I agree with Tristan. Like there were things that could have, things that could have been expanded on, things that could have been out, and that's the problem when you adapt any of these things.
Yeah, I think it was good for what it was. I
Yeah.
don't disparage it like I usually do for when I wish something was there. I was just pointing out like moments that could have been expanded
I'm
on.
surprised this has not become like an HBO miniseries or something.
Well, it feels like The Wire.
Right, exactly.
It really does. I'm wondering if they thought about
There's even like a montage of people trying to score that reminded me of The Wire.
maybe The Wire was inspired by.
Did you know this
Probably
movie?
was.
Did you know this movie won a Grammy
Really?
for original song?
Was it the one?
By
What
Shaka Khan.
song?
I don't know where it was. I
A
wasn't
Seal
listening.
song?
It was a Shaka Khan song called "Love Me Still."
When did that play?
It's really funny how much you hate.
Teen
Do you
titties.
see any more trivia in IMDb? I know you usually look at that.
I'll tell you what, I am glad that Spike Lee like probably rewrote some scenes because correct me if I'm wrong, but Richard Price is a white guy. So I don't know if the beginning debate about Tupac versus other rappers would have been as authentic without a person who's culturally in the know giving their perspective.
Well, it does say in the trivia that apparently Scorsese never even came to set, despite being an executive producer. He's just like, you take care of it. You got it.
Interesting.
Oh no, Spike Lee said do the right thing. So
it does make sense when it was a Scorsese project to be set in Richard Price's novel, and a lot of his other novels took place in a fictional town called Dempsey, New Jersey, which is essentially Bayonne/Jersey City, and that's where Scorsese was going to set it. Like the projects that were right below our old film studio,
right?
And of course, Spike sets it in Bed-Stuy because that's where he knows.
Yeah.
I just saw a piece of trivia that said the book was an inspiration for the hit series The Wire.
Well, there you go.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go.
But no, what I was going to say was going back to Imperioli. Apparently, Spike's initial plan was to have John Turturro play Rocco and Michael Imperioli play Larry. But then the studio didn't want it, so Scorsese was the one that suggested Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, apparently Jack Nicholson almost was going to play him, probably during the Scorsese phase.
Yeah.
I'll say what worked with him early.
Samuel L. Jackson was almost Rodney.
Let's see where this. I've been by the Mandela projects. It's still there. I'm trying to see. Apparently, Ahab's was built on a vacant lot.
I like that Ahab's
right by BAM.
That was good set decoration.
It's a health center now where Ahab's was set up. That's cool. There's 2 theaters.
We should go with Set Jetters and go look at the shooting locations for this.
Right by Fort Greene. That makes sense.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Most countries gave this film adult classifications, whereas the film made its way to India through television with a U, which is the all ages classification.
Well, it's educational.
It is, but
apparently during filming, Spike cut down a 15-foot calorie pear tree because it interfered with some of the shoots. He did not have permission to do so by the park department. You never do. However, after filming was completed, Lee made out a check for $2,500 for new trees to be planted at the Gowanus Housing Project in Borum Hill, Brooklyn.
Well, there you go.
So that's nice.
You raise that kind of money.
Yeah, that's the whole thing where it's literally just like you're shooting at night and you're like, hey, that fucking tree's in the way. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
We just get rid of it.
That's like my story with
Quicker to get a chainsaw than a permit.
with Lost Cat Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the song at the end was called Crooklyn. The one you hate so much.
Didn't fit.
Should have been in Crooklyn, apparently. While I loved Crooklyn a lot, I would give Crooklyn an A+. I would probably give Clockers a B+. The only demerits I'd give it are it slobs a little bit when you think you know what's happening, but the performances still keep it hefty enough to want to see what happens to each of them.
I'm gonna go with a B-.
Not bad for how well you like
I
the movie,
like-
you don't like Spike.
I don't. The only thing I could say is that the movie is pumice. It's good. It's gritty. However, there are in the midsection, it does lull a bit and drag as we're trying to corral all these colorful characters around the neighborhood. And at a certain point, you kind of lose the thread of trying to find out what happened to the. And actually, ultimately, like I said, it doesn't really matter. But also, I feel like I know you're saying you liked Mekhi Phifer, and I think he's good, but I think the character itself is a little bit of a cipher. He needs to be fleshed out a little bit more, and I would have liked it. Maybe some backstory about him.
Fair
but-
enough. Yeah, if his whole character is he drinks moose.
Right. But overall, I think it's a good movie. I think he blends the social commentary with the genre fare very well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with a B. It was right down the middle. So it was good. It was just a little long and a little bit complicated at certain points, but most part it was solid.
All right. I think we like this.
Yeah.
So some other movies came out this. Now, a movie that used music appropriately came out this month. It's called Empire Records.
I mean,
That
that's
had
about the only thing that movie has going for it.
actually, yeah, I was gonna say it's not really a good movie. That's why it's at number 5. But it did start that whole trend of you ever hear Rex Manning Day? That's like a big thing now. That's like a cult
Oh yeah.
catchphrase now. It actually introduced a lot of actors in this movie, like probably one of Liv Tyler's first roles, Renee Zellweger, Ethan Embry when he after he took that hiatus as a kid actor. It's trying to be like Clerks, but set in a record store, but I think they did it better with High Fidelity
Yes, for sure.
because it's a little too much like screwball slapstick going on in the background.
Yeah. Fun fact, they also made a musical out of that one.
Oh, right.
The musical was okay. It was one act. There was no intermission.
Really?
Good Lord. Yeah, it's just
That's
well, it
weird.
was kind of like it's in development now. Like it was, I saw it at McCarter, so it was like new. So who knows what's gonna happen? It was weird. It got like really preachy at the end. They were just like record stores are dying. Like literally just came out and said that. Like go support your local record store. And we're like, we don't need to be that on the nose about it. But that's kind of like it's weird because when that movie came out, it's one of the few ones where like I've actually seen another movie. Record stores were still pretty popular. It was just like
Yeah, it's a peak.
it was more of a don't meet your heroes situation because Manning Day started from there's some mix between I don't know whatever two pop stars of the 90s showed up and he's just a total jerk to everyone and so that was more what it was, but then it sort of evolved into like watching this back, it's like, oh man, record stores are dying. They used to be cultural touchstones and now look at it.
Definitely of its time.
But it was good.
So, what, you like the movie?
I did actually.
Oh,
I did the first time I watched it. I'm like, but it was. I rewatched it before going to see the show, and it was, I got a lot more of the humor. I think the first time I saw it, I was like really young, and it was just like I don't understand most of what's going on.
Yeah, Rebecca and I just watched it, and we think, oh shoot, if we'd seen this when we were teenagers, we might have liked it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It was very much like a teen comedy. Like
Well, we
That's
thought-
the thing. I didn't see it until I watched it for the podcast, so maybe the nostalgia factor helps.
I'm wondering if some teen comedies can be timeless, though. You can understand the humor and appreciate it, even if you're not a teen. This one just felt lazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it that I just didn't care about anyone in the cast.
Yeah.
I also did tend to relate to the was it Joe Mantegna? Who was the owner?
It's Anthony LaPaglia.
yeah,
Similar Criminal Minds type guy.
Yeah.
He I related to him and I'm like, yeah, tired, overworked, has no money. I get it.
Well, yeah, at this point in time in your life, that would
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have seen this now. I should have seen it in 95.
Yeah. A movie where the slapstick was also inappropriate. It's also the posthumous last movie of a comedy legend. Canadian Bacon came out, which is the
Ooh.
only narrative feature by Michael Moore to date.
There's a reason.
I was gonna say you could tell that they must have tested the movie or realized that maybe the material with the satire of invading Canada wasn't nearly that funny, because it looks like they just filmed more scenes with John Candy and interjected him at the last moment, because he really doesn't really intersect with the main storyline at all.
Yeah, it's very odd. And it felt like it was going to be okay at first. And then as soon as they tackled the Russian premiere, they're like, this is not realistic enough to be good satire.
Yeah, it's just very broad and it's not really funny.
Right.
Which is weird, because I would think that Michael Moore would have had a little more of a serrated wit to him, but not.
There were lines could have lent themselves to Michael Moore being incisive, but not enough.
Yeah, like I think Alan Alda's really good as a president. He's great.
Funny because he was almost the president in the West Wing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you get to see it here if you dare.
But yeah, it looks like a patchwork, the whole movie. And I guess there's a reason why they released it after John Candy passed away. But I think it bypassed, maybe went a couple of theaters, but I think it bypassed most theaters and just went direct to video.
I remembered hearing about it as it came out and was like, I know who that is. It seems funny from the commercial. And we looked and it just wasn't anywhere.
Right.
I remember
it plastered all over the box.
Right.
Like he's the main character. It's like,
yeah. I did like John Candy, but maybe that's just because I have never disliked him.
Oh yeah, he's good in the movies.
Yeah.
The material that they give him is just not great.
He almost saves it.
Yes. Now here's a movie where nostalgia probably worked in its favor, but also I didn't see it when I was a kid, but I still liked it now. Hackers.
Another classic.
It is, and you know what? I'm in the camp. I'm in the cult now. Having watched it, I really enjoyed it.
Had you never seen it before this?
I'd never seen it before. Very entertaining.
I still haven't.
Yeah, that was like one of those things where it was just so absurd.
I was gonna say there's a lot of stuff that's in the movie, the high tech stuff that you couldn't even do nowadays. I'm just like, okay, it's absurd, but that's okay.
And then they projected like podcasting influencers and things like that too.
That's true, actually.
Strangely prescient movie for what it was. It was over the top, like it was just a feature-length version of that scene from Jurassic Park where she's like navigating through the computer world.
I know Linux.
Right.
But they got a weird like James Bond-esque plot going on about how they're gonna like have a tanker get nuked with nuclear material.
Yeah.
If they don't get this ransom money.
Go to the garbage file.
Yeah, it's like Fisher Stevens is the villain. He's like chewing scenery. He's a lot of fun.
That was it Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. Everything he says is quotable in the film.
And early Angelina Jolie.
And right after that, she got married to Johnny Lee Miller, who's the main star. The only thing that's really far-fetched in the movie is that he's playing a 17 or 18-year-old.
Yeah.
He's got to be like almost 30 at that point.
Yeah, he was like in his mid-20s, maybe late 20s.
Was he playing a 17-year-old? Like in the beginning he was.
Yeah, in the beginning, you see him at in a courtroom and you think it's going to be like an adult, and they cut to like a 9-year-old kid and he's forbidden from using any electronics until he hits 18, actually. So he's supposed to be 18 in the film, but
he was 23.
He doesn't look 23.
Looks older.
Everybody looked older back then.
I was gonna say they tried to de-age him by peroxiding his hair and everything. But
right.
You know what?
That set off a chain reaction with like all of 2000s fashion.
Also, the movie really captures like that ADD male reptilian brain, because at one point when she first approaches him, the Angelina Jolie character, he just flashes on a bunch of images, sexual innuendo images in pop culture, and you're like, yeah, that's probably what his brain.
Yep.
All the synapses firing.
Yep.
So is it plausible? No. Is it fun? Yeah. But here, these next two are classics.
Okay.
All right. And the first one we're going to talk about snags somebody a Best Supporting Oscar. The Usual Suspects, which also launched the career of Christopher McQuarrie, who's now like Tom Cruise's right-hand man.
Yeah. Have you seen this, Jeff?
No, that one.
You should mute us then.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I'll give a thumbs up. You wanna spoil it? You
Yeah,
wanna Kaiser Soze this?
Should we talk about it? Well, it's brilliant because I love how intricate the screenplay is, and yet at the same time simplistic, because all he's doing, actually, it's a great movie to rewatch,
It's probably my favorite twist in a movie.
Because you also, having known the second time around what he's doing, which is
Exactly.
perusing the room, looking for things and using clues off the billboards and everything, you see his eyes dart to certain things in the room if you're studying his performance.
And that helps the editing because
Yeah.
they trickle in details that will help you figure out the second time what he was looking at.
Right. So it's one of those movies that's kind of like a mind teaser puzzle that benefits from repeat viewing.
Exactly. Yeah. And it also somehow, beyond all that, has great turns from people like Gabriel Byrne and Benicio del Toro and Kevin Pollak not hamming it up in Canadian Bacon.
No, yeah. And it's funny because from what I heard, the script was great, but like for Benicio del Toro's character, he came up with that indecipherable accent that he uses because he was like, well, the character doesn't really matter. Nothing what he says has any bearing on anything in the movie. So if I just make a bunch of gibberish, it's not going to matter. And the first time he talks and Kevin Pollak says, what the fuck did he just say? Apparently that's an ad lib because he didn't do that.
Yeah.
The movie's just full of those happy little accidents.
Yeah.
Also, another one when they're in the police lineup and they all start laughing. It's not scripted either.
I didn't know that one.
In fact, I remember Kevin, because I've watched his podcast a few times. He said Bryan Singer, the disgraced director, came over to him. And he's like, "You guys are really screwing me on this edit. You gotta have one shot where you're not laughing." But they couldn't stop from cracking up. And he's like, "All right, we'll just go with it. You guys think it's good? We'll just go with it." The best things in the movie.
Also, someone I thought had been inserted in was Joe Mantegna. Again, Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz Palminteri.
Mixing up the three like Italian detectives and everything. That's funny.
Also,
Everyone's fantastic. Even the bald one.
That's his best performance. So this isn't a spoiler, but the person who was the supporting actor who won Best Supporting in this was also a cameo in my #1 movie of the month, which is Seven.
Oh, Seven. Yeah. Have you seen Seven, Jeff?
God, that was 95. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I did see Seven.
Oh, thank God.
I like Seven.
Two movies that, if you talk about them,
one of the best nihilistic endings of all time.
Oh my God.
Nowadays, they would not release it with that ending.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I don't know if this is true or not, but they weren't. The ending was that way because Fincher got the wrong script.
I've heard that.
I have heard that. Yeah, I have heard that.
I don't know if that's true, but even if it isn't, it's a fun part of the mythology.
Yeah, like I heard that was an earlier draft, and then Andrew Kevin Walker rewrote another draft. He's like, no. I want to keep that earlier draft ending.
Yeah.
Way better.
I wonder what it changed to in the later script.
I
just would have been less bleak, I guess.
I would assume the Gwyneth Paltrow character wouldn't have died.
Yeah, one of the top-notch Brad Pitt roles that really leveled him into stardom. He was obviously like the pretty boy and stuff like Interview with the Vampire, Legends of the Fall, but this really gave him some depth. And playing off of Morgan Freeman, who was also like coming into his own after stuff like Glory. Obviously, he was known, but this really solidified him as the go-to guy for a lot of parts.
That could have been a prototypical role because he's the detective about to retire,
right?
But he lends such gravitas and he has such an interesting backstory that you're just like,
yeah. I also like the layers of going one by one through the like lust and gluttony and all the seven what do you call it? Seven sins? Yeah.
There's even at one part when he's talking to Gwyneth Paltrow in the diner, you can see Kevin Spacey in the background.
Really?
He's listening to their conversation.
I gotta
another movie that it's good for rewatching.
Yeah, I've only seen it twice. I'm due for another rewatch. Same for Usual Suspects, honestly. Both of those films, fantastic.
Yeah. And for as much flack as like Fincher got for the graphic violence in Fight Club, how appropriate and delicate was it that he doesn't show an insert shot of what's in the box?
Yep.
Could have easily done that and would have been real gruesome, but it's better that we don't see it. It's actually scarier that we don't see it.
Because you have to imagine it.
Yeah.
And whatever I've imagined is not the same that you two have imagined. And it's all horrible. So it's all on Brad Pitt's face.
And Morgan Freeman's face because he actually sees it.
Yep.
It's one of the few movies where the villain technically wins. It's weird to think about the repercussions of what happens after the credits.
Yeah, now I'm starting to think about what's going to be my top 10 of the year.
I know those two are definitely my top 10.
Yeah. All right. Well,
that brings us to poster.
I'm excited for this, Jeff.
Me too. Maybe.
He's gonna know these.
Oh, yep.
You know what this is?
I think I do.
Do you?
Oh, that was a good one.
that was good.
So I'll go back to this so you can start to say, do you know what it is?
So it's a completely black poster with one leg showing just to throw me off. Tristan threw a lampshade over it.
Yeah, it's a Christmas story.
Christmas story.
Yeah.
Would be
Can't
great.
throw me off
See
with
what
that.
this is the poster for it looks like a stylized re-release of a Christmas story. It's literally just that.
This is the Criterion cover.
But I know exactly what this is, but I want to see where you go with
Nothing crazy.
Okay, all right.
If somehow you didn't get it just from the leg, you
There's
should get it from
the
this.
rest of the woman. Well, partly because it's just one line down
I just noticed
from the head to the leg.
she's kind of shaped like the first letter of the title.
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't notice that until just now.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scantily clad, almost using the rest of the poster as a robe, highly stylized.
What's this called, Jeff?
I believe this is Showgirls,
Good job.
which I've never seen. I just know the poster because it's
First,
iconic.
Neither have I. I tried to watch this instead of Canadian Bacon, but it wasn't on.
you should have watched it.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
more entertaining.
It's also kind of long, so.
And
Rebecca wanted to laugh about it with me, so we're gonna watch it soon. I'll remind her.
Was there any connection between this and the other Pamela Anderson movie that came out this year, The Last Show?
Wire?
The Last Showgirl.
The Last Showgirl?
The Naked Gun.
Yeah, I was wondering. I wasn't sure if it was like the Showgirl trilogy or something.
No.
There is a Showgirls too.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
In case you somehow didn't know this was Showgirls, I did this down at the bottom. The little NC-17.
NC-17, yes.
Because it's notorious for getting NC-17 in the 90s. Hadn't happened
The
in a
biggest
while.
mainstream movie to get NC-17.
Right. And then if you didn't get that, I knew this wouldn't help, but it is a Paul Verhoeven film.
Doesn't feel like it is.
Right. And then the next point is catchphrase. What slogan would you use for this poster if you knew the plot of Showgirls and this was all you were given? Paul Verhoeven, NC-17, how are we going to advertise this to the people?
Ooh, all leg, no bag.
Oh, God.
It's time to bear all.
Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty standard. That might be what it is even.
Oh, is it?
I don't remember. I always erase them and then forget what it said.
Tits up. No, that was...
I feel like that's FU.
Yeah.
Undressed with nowhere to go.
Leave your inhibitions at the door. The show is about to begin.
Also, interestingly, they have all the credits around her
Interesting.
leg.
That seems illegal.
Right. What would you call this if this was what you were given? That could give you some bonus points.
Attack Single-Foot Woman.
Okay. That's actually funny.
Judy Hopps Origins.
Attack of the 50-foot amputee.
Okay. Yeah, Showgirls was notorious for being so bad. People have Rocky Horror style screenings these days to laugh about the absurdity of Kyle MacLachlan's performance, Elizabeth Berkley's performance. She's been stated as saying she enjoyed making the film, right?
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I'm curious about it because I think I'll be fine with it. It's just probably too long for what it is.
I think he knew he was making a dark comedy. I don't know that Joe Esterhaus knew that because he's kind of a misogynist.
Yeah, and it was probably to him just meant to be tittillating,
Yeah, he's kind of.
He probably just wanted.
Wrote a lot of erotic thrillers.
Yeah.
Actually, he wrote his previous one, which was Basic Instinct, which was way better. But
Did he ever end up doing anything else? I don't remember.
What, Joe Esterhaus?
Yeah, did this kill his career?
Actually, the funny part is he's got a movie coming out next month.
Oh, interesting.
But it's not one that we might not cover. It's Jade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we won't even talk about it probably.
Probably not even going to talk about it.
I have one more for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
We had to double this one. Doubles for the rest of the year, I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right. I wanted to show you guys this. This seems to have come out after the fact, once they knew they had a tacky camp classic. So it's kind of cool to see them change it from black to leopard print.
Yeah.
A rich, sleazy kitsch fest.
It's all about
Cult
even the
trash.
G-string. That's hilarious.
Masterpieces of flashy tackiness.
Yeah. Just kind of cool. They leaned into the campiness.
It's got a great...
All the pivot.
There's some great pieces of dialogue in that movie, too.
Yeah.
Must be nice to have a job where nobody comes on your face.
Woof.
There's one other poster that I saw on our website that we get our images from that I thought, this is actually kind of classy. Little
That looks like a French noir.
artistic.
It looks like, although the way that she's drawn
Anything like her.
with her hair, it kind of looks like, if Little Orphan Annie went bad.
Let's say. Is that
Looks a little
Catherine
Michelle
Hsu?
Pfeiffer.
I have to say though, I'm a little surprised. I'm glad, but I'm a little surprised that this did not end up as the pick that we talked about this month.
You wanted it to be?
No, but it just seems with our track record and
I knew you weren't gonna like it.
Well, I wanted to do Crooklyn, and
We got
then
more campy stuff coming up at the end of the year. You're gonna like.
Cory compromised saying we should do Clockers. That's why.
When you think about it, the two are kind of connected.
Prostitution of some sort.
Yeah.
But okay, this one, all right, it's a white background, and you're literally just seeing the top of a convertible, or like the windshield and the top of the door. It's going uphill, presumably flying, maybe. I don't
No,
know.
it's not that crazy.
But
you could come up with a movie based on just this part if you want.
Christine 2.
Driving uphill.
I guarantee you won't come up with the actual movie because that's
No.
not the point.
At first, I thought it was Wet Hot American Summer, but that was or American Graffiti.
2001 and 70s. So
right smack in the middle.
Yeah.
Is something some sort of Thelma and Louise. It's got to be it's a road trip movie. I know that.
Got that.
Something in the movie kind of looks like
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much erased the occupants. So
Gotcha.
you can come up with a road trip movie if
give
you
it
want.
away.
It's a road trip movie. I mean, like it's presumably some sort. It's a buddy comedy of sorts.
So far, so good.
Because it's usually when convertibles come into play. It's rare that you see a convertible on a horror movie.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah.
Well, Christine.
The car too.
Was Christine a convertible though?
I thought she became a convertible. I thought.
Oh well, I'm sure. Yeah.
It wasn't the car.
Trying to kill her.
The car is off.
The car, another classic. But yeah, no, that's really all I got. Or it's like some parade float, something or other. So literally just called classic. Oh, okay, all right. So
He knows this.
three
Do you know
people.
this?
There's three people. One in like a yellow and pink strapless dress with like arm length pink stockings pointing off into the distance, and two other. I feel like these people are drag queens.
Okay.
Two of them, or one of them is Cher.
Wow.
But no, I'm just saying the one with the curly hair. That was
Yeah, I know.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert 2. I don't know.
That's the point.
Man.
That's why we wanted to do this poster.
Right.
Because this came out after Priscilla, a year later, and some might say it's better. It's like the American version of it.
Is this show guys instead of show girl?
Unexpected, funny. Could you guess who these three people are? I'm gonna have their faces appear next.
Well, I already guessed one of them was Cher, but I think that's wrong.
They're all guys.
Okay.
They are drag queens.
Is one of them Dustin Hoffman?
No.
No.
That's funny because of Tootsie, I guess.
I want to say
Why would you say that?
not Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Well, one
I
of
think
them.
of black comedians in
One of them is clearly a Chris Tucker? No. One of them is a darker skinned comedian, so I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I'm just gonna get myself in trouble if I keep naming names. But no, I have absolutely no idea who these people are.
Well, let's see if you could tell by their faces.
Nope.
You can't pick out any of them?
I had a feeling. Because the redhead's really good makeup.
Oh wait. Patrick Swayze?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. That's
I
it.
feel like he could figure
Wait,
out.
wait. Okay, hang on. Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo. Is that Wesley Snipes?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there
is.
you go.
Good job.
Holy shit.
And in a rare thing, they actually put their names in the right spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the movie?
Nope.
Would you like to come up with a better title? Because this is a
This is a terrible
strange
title.
I mean,
It's unwieldy for sure.
Hell on Wheels? No,
I don't know.
It's got to be a good pun because drag queens love their puns.
that's true. Hot Wheels, some wheel pump.
Hot Wheels is good. Hot Wheels is fine.
Yeah,
Honestly.
going streaking. I don't know.
I honestly like Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
Like if I'm the executive, I'm sold on it already.
yeah, but then Mattel would have sued the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, my assistant just reminded me not to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. I think before I give you the
Drag
title,
racing.
Drag race.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh yeah.
ooh.
Before I reveal the title, I think I give you the tagline, which is very generic. So come up with a better tagline for. Do you want to give the plot, Cory? Because it is essentially a road trip movie, but we can give the plot, which will give away the title anyway. But
So Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes are drag queen contestants who take John Leguizamo under their wing as they go on a road trip to Hollywood for fame and fortune. And they meet colorful characters along the way, including Chris Penn, who plays a cop who's so stupid he can't figure out that Patrick Swayze is a man and tries to rape him.
oh, okay.
Classic comedy.
Yep, hilarious.
Oh boy.
What tagline would you come up with after hearing all of that?
Just three dudes in a bad situation.
I was waiting for something. We actually hadn't said it this episode.
Nope.
Three manicured dudes in a weird situation.
Here's the generic.
Your besties fit like a glove. I don't know. That dude is everything.
Not great. Anyway, it's called Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
So that's based on they're in a booth.
Bye.
They're in a restaurant booth and they happen to see a picture on the wall Actually, the restaurant's owned by Robin Williams in a cameo. You haven't see that picture on the wall, and that inspires them to go west.
West. All right.
Huh.
Weird. Never knew why it was called this.
Yeah, it's quite the downgrade from Priscilla Queen of the Desert, which was very respectful about drag queens, and this was not.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, because it was the version.
Because it's the American version for sure.
Right.
It's funny. I always thought this would be decent because John Leguizamo can be funny, but I guess he was in pest mode here.
No, yeah, he's good. I don't know about Patrick Swayze necessarily.
Wesley Snipes too outrageous too.
He's just every line of dialogue from him is a racial stereotype joke.
That's not good.
Yeah, I mean
Terrence Stamp. They are not.
Was it Terrence Stamp, Guy Pearce, and
Hugo Weaving? Oh, Terrence Stamp.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I know Tristan killed him.
The morning of, I was like, oh, we haven't had a big celebrity die in a while. I gotta stop thinking that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I noticed the trends.
I gotta
get Priscilla too.
I know they were talking about doing Priscilla too. Finally, I don't know why they waited so long, but he was on.
They could still do it with them scattering his ashes or something.
I know, but the movie I wanted wasn't going to be that. I assumed they would have killed him off halfway through or something, but
yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, we're at the point where we pick our picks of the month. We had talked about at the beginning we're probably going to do Spike Lee, but how are you guys feeling? You want to do one of the actors or stick with Spike?
It's up to Jeff, I guess, because I'm cool with Spike Lee, but
I'm fine. Let's do it.
Jeff just said he hadn't seen a ton of Spike Lee movies, so
yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of tracks with everything else. I
already know mine.
What's yours, Cory?
Probably gonna be everybody's actually. Do the Right Thing.
Well, that's his biggest film. Probably
it's his biggest film and it's his best film for good reason.
Probably the obituary is Do the Right Thing director Spike Lee.
Yeah. Or Malcolm X, actually.
Right. I really do like Crooklyn, but I think I don't want to go with what I did for Rosario Dawson a couple months ago, which was 25th Hour. So I'm going to go with Summer of Sam.
That's a really good one. That's an underrated movie. Speaking of John Leguizamo, really good in that movie.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
I think he handles that ensemble better.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving parts in that, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Black Klansman.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
choice. That's a good one.
Yeah. So a rare one that he's not setting in New York, too, because the story happens in Denver.
Right.
I can't tell you how many are in New York. That is.
Most of them.
Most of them are in New York. Where's Bamboozled take place? A Miracle at St. Anna.
I don't know.
A war film, so it's got to take place where the war is.
Chirac is obviously Chicago.
Right. Is Inside Man a generic? No, it is New York.
It's New York.
I wasn't sure if it was a different city and it just generic. But yeah. Is Old Boy in New York?
I don't think so.
They don't really say. And The Five Bloods takes place in Vietnam.
Right.
Yeah, most of them are New York.
As I say, like Woody Allen, I think you associate him with New York. Him and
for sure.
Sidney Lumet.
It doesn't say exactly where Bamboozled takes place, but
I mean most of it's in the TV studio anyway.
Right. Good choices though. What do you think Jimmy would go with?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Original Kings of Comedy.
That's a good one. I think Jimmy would go Malcolm X.
Yeah, he probably would. Anywho.
My runner-up would have been Highest to Lowest. I really liked Highest to Lowest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It is good. It is something to recommend because it is out the day before we started recording this episode. So
Apple TV.
If you haven't gotten to it by now at the end of September, it's worth checking out. What are we doing next month? I don't think Jeff realizes what we're covering. I don't know if he looked at the bottom of the guide.
You think I look at the guides?
Speak of your home state, Jeff.
Name another auteur from the 90s.
Mallrats? What are we doing?
Oh, there you go.
Mallrats.
No Mallrats.
Yeah, bud.
It is a hidden classic because it followed up Clerks, which was a huge, a breakout hit, and this was
this is
sophomore slump.
By now, it's sort of the forgotten of his classic five. So it's a chance to talk about Kevin Smith, just like this was a chance to talk about Spike Lee.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Me too. I think we should try to see. They're doing like 30th anniversary screenings of that.
Are they?
Down at his movie theater.
Smog Castle.
Yeah. Anyway, we're happy you joined us for Clockers. I think it was a worthwhile pick. I enjoyed it. We'll see you next month for Mallrats.
Thanks for joining.
I guess I'll switch to my Canadian jersey or Devils one for Kevin.
There you go.
How we doing, Jeff?
We're back.
Boom, boom.